Hi all, my name is Raksha, and in this video, I will be talking about a scenario recently, which I have really undergone for working while working on this client project. If you see on my screen, I have just simply selected this query wherein under participant name, I'm able to see all the names. Okay, so there are two users under the same database. One is the masked user and one is the unmasked user. So this is queried for the unmasked user wherein you can easily see the name. Then the second one is for the masked user wherein you will not be able to see the names. So under the participant name, you can see that we have these values which are masked, right? What I have done is I have created Power BI reports based on these two different users. In the first file, I was able to connect this particular data, and in the second file, I was able to connect the second unmasked data. Okay. Now, all my reports were completely done and built and was ready to publish to the services. So, what I did is I just configured all the credentials, like masked credentials for the masked file and respectively for the unmasked file, and I just published it to the services. And later on I realized that in both the files I was able to see either of the one data, like either it is completely masked in both the files or it is completely unmasked in both the files. I was trying to dig into the issue. At first I was not really aware that why is this happening. Then later on, with consequently observing the patterns, I observe that whatever is the recent file that I'm trying to publish, let's say the first file that I published is of that masked one and second is of that the unmasked one. So the first file is also having the unmasked data now, and similarly if the last one is masked, so the first file, the unmasked file, will also be showing me the masked data. So I what I did is I raised a concern on this. I was speaking to the Microsoft team, support team, and I realized that Power BI do it by design, like it functions it this way. It is set to have the credentials which is which is published most recently. In order to solve this, the resolution we come through is we need to set up a gateway. The solution was I installed an on-prem standard mode gateway, and with that what I've done is I've created separate connections under there for masked and for unmasked, and then I configured the data sources of the respective files with those respective connections. So two connections were configured, masked and unmasked, and after configuring the connections, the reports were showing up the right data. So in the masked file I was able to see the masked data, and in the unmasked file I was able to see the unmasked data. So this is how we come to a resolution. I hope that this knowledge was useful, and in case if you come across any such scenarios, so please do remember to set up a gateway. Thank you for watching.